Okay, it is. It's time. At last. I've actually got a decent amount done. This is gonna be my... Yeah, this is gonna be my first, this is my first archive stream of this I'm gonna do. So, hi, welcome. For those of you who are unaware. I'm working on a dating sim. It's called Under the Eclipse. It's gonna be sort of urban fantasy, college romance, because high school romance is overdone. Also, most of the team working on it are about college age. So, you know, write what you know. It's a very tiny project. There is 3 of us working on it. I am writing the whole last script. Spitz is doing all the sprites and artwork. And Ragged Clover is programming the whole thing around Pi for us. So, you know, little baby team. And this is what I got so far. This is what me and the others have dubbed Day Zero. It's the Friday before the main story takes place, to introduce you to all the characters. And I have already written a lot. We've been working on this for a little over a year. We had to scrap it once or twice and rewrite it all because I wasn't happy with it. The main character originally didn't have any personality to speak of, and it made writing ridiculously more difficult. Because I had to write a dialogue option every 5 minutes, or like 2 lines, which made it take literally forever. So I've scrapped it, I've rewritten it, and hopefully it should make this far easier. I'm just about done. I just need to write in. I need to write in. Can wait a second. My brain shuts down in the middle of sentences sometimes. What was I even talking about? I've completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm just about done. I need to finish this cafe scene where you meet the 2 other characters you might not have met already. If you didn't go down the lunch, didn't go with one of the characters for lunch instead of the other. Then maybe I'll add an extra scene or 2 because it does feel kind of short. Also, Clover covered together a sort of demo, like an incredibly rough demo for the game. I might just play for that at the end of the stream to sort of show you what we're working with so far, and show my incredible script and all of what I've got so far of my script, rendered in incredibly janky in early stages, in all of the early stage glory. For now, I need to. My goal for the stream is finish Day Zero, write up the weekend scene, and then mark out like the general route I want each character. We've got 5 love interests, and I want to give each of them their own specific route. Yeah, and I want you to be locked into a route by day 3, which I believe will be the Wednesday. I'm unsure whether we're going to set the game over 2 weeks or 1. The others say 1, but I'm not sure if I could fit it in that time, so I'm gonna block it all out. What I want each person's story to be, like what I want each of their routes to go through, and then I'll be able to decide from there. We also haven't named the cafe that your character works at. So if anyone has any suggestions, I believe the idea is it's like a sort of medieval fantasy themed cafe that the college runs. And that your character works as a part-time job, which is where you'll meet a couple of love interests as their regulars. I suppose since I'm just sitting here and going over like the general overview of the project, since this is gonna be my first archive stream that people can go back and watch later. I might as well go over the characters since we're here. All the characters, it's a vaguely urban fantasy setting where there's, I'm not sure if we decided there's magic or not. I don't think it particularly matters for purposes of dating sim. But there is a bunch of different fantasy races. Because that's fun and cool, and I like those. And it means we can get a little quirkier with the characters. So for our dateable cast, we have Portia. She's a halfling and was born mute. She's the main character's best friend. And her entire arc's going to be about how she's can be quite standoffish and doesn't entirely know how to express how she's doesn't really know how to be emotionally vulnerable with people, and it's getting in the way of her. Is getting in the way of her being able to express her feelings. We've got Deacon. He's an angel. He's literally an angel. He's very obviously a massive nerd. And his parents expect him to be. Basically, he's a people pleaser. He's constantly trying to fit in with people around him and doesn't really know who he actually is as a result. And his arc will be mainly about finding himself and finding the confidence to be himself. Let's see where else. I got Wiz. She's a jackalope girl. She's in the main character's class along with Portia. She's sort of a stuck-up know-it-all. Who's putting up sort of a front and is afraid to be vulnerable with people. Kind of like Portia, though those two would never want to admit either of them are any way alike. She's also the walking definition of gifted kid burnout syndrome, because I'm sure that's something a lot of people can relate to, me included. I've got Atlas. They're a moth person. They're incredibly socially awkward, and Wiz's friend group Wiz's friend group is two extroverts and Atlas. They're the tag-along introvert who they've adopted. They're not really sure how to talk to people. They're super shy, and their arc will be mainly about finding a way to open up and make new friends outside of the two people they constantly talk to. Just going for my notes. And last we've got Opal, who's the third member of Wiz's little friend group, including her. She's a giantess. She's sort of like the sporty big sister type. And her arc is mainly going to be about brain short circuiting again. Basically, she feels like she's got really bad imposter syndrome, and feels like she doesn't deserve all the people and the accomplishments she's achieved. And it'll be about mainly just her coming to terms with the fact that she does deserve everything she's worked for. So this is the rundown. I've already been speaking for about 7 minutes. We've been working on this for a year already. I've already said, and I'm not reading off a script. Probably should have had some idea what I was gonna say. Oh well, as if I ever plan for shit. This is the general overview. So we've got I think there's something wrong with me. My brain just stops functioning constantly. Whatever. Yeah, so with a lunchtime scene. Okay, lunchtime. I've already found. Okay, ignore everything. Ignore what I was just talking about. The cafe scene. Wiz and her friend group hang out at the cafe after college, which happens to be where your main character works. Planning stuff ahead of time, imagine. I know, right? God. Also, hi Spitz, what's up? This is gonna be the first actual stream I archived. So, Isn't that fun? I'm sure this will be a great introduction with me rambling on about our plans. Hold on. Let me change. Can I change the chat box? Font settings. Can I? What did I do? Quick, Spoots, try and say something. Put something in chat, quick. I don't know if I fucked the chat box or not. Hold on, I'll put something in the chat. There we go. Okay, that's far easier to read against this background. I'll probably change it back later, but the text is currently red. Because that's far easier to read against my black and white Word document. Alright, let's get on with it. Where were we? Walked into the cafe, clocking on for the night. This isn't on shift tonight, so it's just me. We did have like a bunch of other love interests planned, but we cut those because I'm one girl and I can only write so much. And 8 was honestly a little over, and was, in my opinion, very overly ambitious. So we've cut it down. We cut 3 characters out, Lucis being one of them. We'll probably add them in once the game's done. It's like DLC or something. But for now, we are keeping it smaller. So we cut Lucis out of this scene. If you stream over there, if you'd like, you can set the chat in one place. No, it's good. Yeah, please, if you wouldn't mind. I've been planning on doing that myself for ages, but I just never got around to it. So that would be very helpful. Thank you, Sis. What was I talking about? Right, Lucis. I cut him out of the scenes simply so it wouldn't be confusing who is and isn't a love interest that you can romance. He'll show up later in the week. But this will... this will be... he's not in this scene for now. I'll re-add him, maybe, if I add in the DLC, but that's... I don't want to think about that right now. I've already got so much to work on for this shit. So we're a year into development. And no closer. We're good. We make steady progress. And we have no deadlines. So we're thriving. First you get some file in. So to make the orders, a large few hooks in, followed by 2 smaller ones. For a moment I noticed the Opal was I forgot to put notations. I'm sure Clover isn't an idiot and can figure it out, but it'd probably just be easier for me to do it myself. This isn't have to freeball too much. This scene is Wes, Atlas, and Opal. Which we will see, can't expect much. Yeah, honestly, it's probably not going to be that long. I would like it to be a decent length, but an hour or 2 max is probably the longest we're going to be able to make of this shit. It's me and Clover. I mean, technically, once your sprites are done, that's all your work done. I guess you design a whole bunch of other stuff, but mainly once the art stuff is done, it can be stretched into however long of a story we need. But me and Clover have to put a lot more work in to get it longer. And this is when we played for the very rough demo we slapped together. This was only about 15 minutes or so. So I could see it being about an hour or 2 hours maybe, which is a decent length for something made by 3 people. So no, we're thriving. So that's me just right inside. Which roller rises at town, followed into by Atlas, who sat next to her. Office sat last on the half of trading for large species. Then, assess needs space. What new line? The two them? Three no, one after the other. I said about making the drinks for smooth rubble and espresso was a hot chocolate from cream marshmallows forever. These wait for those sorts of drinks to settle on the table. Okay, this is where I got to. I should turn the lo-fi up a little bit. There we go, that's a bit better. I turned it down a little bit on the stream so you can hear me clearer. How's that? That sound okay? I'm doing my best to talk loudly. Without actually shouting, because I'm horrible for actually shouting. Cool, right. But I've got lo-fi hip-hop radio. Oh shit, that's loud. A lo-fi hip-hop radio on in the background. So I need some good writing music. And I'm not sure what I can get away with still. So we're driving. Alright, let's get to work already. We're getting the zone. Here's our drinks is on the table. I've read the conversation from here though, because I kind of just improvise writing dialogue. It just kind of flows out of me. That's why I don't. There's probably a bunch of theory behind writing good dialogue, but I don't know any of it. I've just read a lot of shit, not a lot of shit, like a lot of like really good stuff, and I just sort of do it. I think my dialogue's pretty good anyway. Where am I? Of patrons, customers. I don't want to repeat the word customers again. Students. Classes. Well, yeah, it wasn't a creative writing course. Wait, that was much more of a doing course than a learning course. We mostly analyzed other texts, and then just got told to write shit. We didn't learn much about like actual writing theory. I think it's been ages since I was there. But it was far more about just doing the writing than actually learning specifically how to write. I can't tell if the... Hold on, let me try something. There we go, that's a bit easier. This is better. This is the setup I've got specifically for visual novels. But this works. You can see the... You can read that far easier from there. At least I think so. Should be fine. We're just getting other classes. They're just getting other classes. The... Classes. I'll come to me in a second. Like, less people came in. How do I say that elegantly? Yeah, I should rush our students getting into classes. People began selling. As usual. Busy. Busied. This would be far easier if I could spell. But I can't and have never been able to spell. Busied. Yes, that's busied. Yeah. Kill Fireball. I pissed myself. Like, so next well, I've focused a lot on Wes in the previous scenes because you share a class of Wes. You share what classroom with Wes and Portia. The others go to different courses. I haven't entirely decided what courses they go to yet. Opal goes to some sort of. Opal goes to a. Opal goes to like a physical exercise course. I'm not entirely sure what those courses are. They've got them at my college. What are they? What are they? Yeah, like sports and fitness courses. I haven't decided what the rest of them do. I feel like Deacon would be in some sort of acting course. I'm not entirely sure about Alice. But anyway, I tend to flesh out the other two. Or at least give them a bit more character. Spinning around. salt my nose. I should make up a story about. It's something that illustrates your character. Protectiveness, definitely. What do people get really annoyed about? I have an idea. Or do I? God, why are you being so hard, man? Yeah, but I have the protective. I don't want you like. I would get Obol pissed enough to deck someone. Wheels are turning in my head. Well, would she take someone over? I want to demonstrate that it's like violently protective of people she likes, but I was thinking, get there. Fuck you. You should appreciate how much my brain has to fucking chug. That's basically the steam coming out of my ears if I wasn't wearing headphones. But that's the word busy. Where is my... should probably move this up slightly there. Smart character way to do this. God. Hold on to go. I don't remember how. Have fun. Okay, I'm finally back. I was spoiling myself if I watched. Not yet. I'm gonna. I'll tag. I'll put it in the title later on in the script writing process. When I do get to like the actual routes. Like later on in the game. This is like the first. This is the first day. Though I am directly writing the game. So if you want to go into the first day completely blind, you may not want to watch. But to be fair, a lot of this might change by the time we finish the game. Because this is still the first draft, technically. Was this like the second or third one? I've tried to scrap and rewrite this a few times. Pog. I've already got most of the. This is what we've tentatively called day 0. We still haven't decided whether the game's going to take place over 1 week or 2. Mainly, they think it should be. The other 2 people who are working on the game with me, Spitz and Clover, they both say it would be better if it was 1 week. I'm gonna wait until I've fully plotted out like the plot points of each route before I decide how long it's gonna be. But we've been calling this one Day 0. This takes place on the Friday before the main week takes place. Let's introduce you to all the characters, and it sets up the goal of, hey, you've got X number of either a week or 2, and there's going to be an eclipse. Wouldn't it'd be super romantic if you asked someone out to go see the eclipse with you, and then ask them out there. Wouldn't that be a cute date? Go decide who you're going to take on a date. That's why the game's called Under the Eclipse. You have Spitz to thank for the name. So I'm writing what I believe is going to be the last scene of Day 0, which is the cafe the main character, your character, works at after school for some extra money. We're free of the love interest frequent. Where was I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me look this up. Okay, so if someone's name already ends in an S, we don't put an extra S for possessors. God, I'm a fucking writing nerd. What did I call it? Sub-editing brain rot. I'm going to take sub-editing as college. Whatever. I don't know what else is course. Okay, I haven't decided what it is yet. Not how to talking to him. Give him a talking to. Now. Right, I want to flesh out Atlas and Opal for this scene. What do I have so far? They come in. The main character serves them. It's a small, like, it's a little bit of a small joke jab put in there, referencing something that happened during the lunch scene if you got it. Then you go to some other people, tune in on Opal telling the story of how they punched some bigot on an Atlas's class. Violence Pog. Listen, it's okay to punch people if those people are being bigots. We don't tolerate no bigotry in this stream, or this game, or in general. We don't tolerate no bigotry. That is always the answer. No. That being said, I still think I could beat you in a fight. For God's sake. Really a stick. Fuck off! I can't believe I'm being bullied on my own fucking stream right now. Visualize a middle finger, if you please. I haven't done that joke. Fuck off! You're seeing this penguin, I'm actually getting bullied right now. What do I have? Thank God I've actually got that copied once. I can cut nighttime section, we don't need it anymore. That was for a game mechanic we scrapped. Originally it was gonna be more like Monster Camp than a more linear story that we're telling now. The idea was gonna be the idea was going to be like a bunch of different events and stuff that could happen, and you could ask people out on, like, to hang out and stuff each day. And at the end of each day, you'd get like a list of people. You get like a list. You get to decide who you wanted to hang out with that day. Like, there'd be affection bars and shit. But I very quickly realized how much work that would be. So here we are. So I don't need the night scene anymore. It'll be this, maybe an extra scene if I feel like I need to add something. And then I'll write in the weekend stuff and get to defining the character arcs, which I'll do off screen. I'll do off stream since that's more spoilery. I'll show you at the end of when I'm done. At the end of stream, I'll show you the very rough demo that we've got going on, because I think it's really cool. It's horribly rough and early as it is. The first official build of Under the Eclipse. When I was hip hop, I'm not sure how to update from the character. I did write some Atlas dialogue earlier. Where was it? It was a very awkward scene. Yeah, the lunch Yeah, during the lunchtime scene with Yoko, was you very briefly get left with Atlas, and have a very awkward, and has a slightly awkward time where you just chill with Atlas because you two are left alone. How long's the scene already? Like 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3.5 pages. I should drink more. I think I might as well. You said I go to college too. Quick researching of college courses. What's like that? What do you need to be a personal trainer? Ireland. It's gonna take place in Ireland. So what do you need to be a personal trainer? So that's gonna be Opal's. locations. These are fucking... These are England. This game takes place in Scotland. Vision, doing fitness and health and exercise. Interest. Sure, that's enough. Exercise scores. Not fidget. Rain's turning. Who else has I written for Rez? Wait, Rez? What else has I wrote for Liz? What else has I wrote in this in general? It's been a few weeks, I think, since I worked on this and submitted it, and I like binge wrote all the lunchtime scenes and stuff. That was like dead set for a few hours. Gonna visualize the character in my head and try to figure out like what sense of inner character response are. Rise by... That should be good for... Actually for the cafe scene. That may be day 0 done. I'll do a rewrite, not rewrite, a reread of the whole thing in a few minutes. But for just a second, for now, why don't we play through that for our very, very early first draft of the game. Let me just check something real quick. Kill game looks good, we good. Now the alpha build test. Yeah, let's go. Build test, let's go. Yeah. Very, very early alpha. You'll see in a second. Let's see, game capture. Here we go. BBS. I don't remember why it's called BBS. Clover told me, but honestly, I've forgotten. This is the very early version. Let me fix something. Pull the text speed down. Clover's gonna fix like that being a default option. Big Bone Softworks, that's what it's called. I forgot. BBS. That makes way more sense. Thank you. Yeah, we decided to name our little development team Big Bone Softworks because we thought that was funny. And in my defense, it's very funny, and we're sticking with it. But this is our... I'm pretty sure Spoots is drawn up. Just using Rentai. Yeah, Spoots is drawn up like a title sequence. Not title sequence, a menu screen. But for now, this is what it is. And it's the test thing. Let's start from the beginning. Welcome to the first look into our incredible build. Allow me to serenade you with this. The bus was filled with the sounds of people, some chatting, some listening to music. That one guy watching Big Bang Theory behind me at full volume. But the hustle and bustle of people's lives went on around me. I put out my phone and opened that dating app and been debating joining all week. I finally tempted to open it and create an account. What's your name? You're gonna love the sprites. Oh yeah, you are gonna love the sprites there. There's something. I don't think we have any finished sprites yet. I think we've got a couple concept sprites. So Clover improvised, and I think the game is better for it. Pronoun. What's your first pronoun? She, her, hers. You in school? Yep, going to college. I checked. I did not write collage in the script. Clover made that typo himself. What should we go going to college for? I don't think it affects anything in day 0. I want to write it in somewhere. Where should we say we're going to college for? I'm gonna write that into the. I'll edit the script after we finish this. To put that in somewhere. Getting bitches, sure. Spelled like that, okay. Bickles. For purposes, how many opponents do you hear? Chosen is saying Bickles. Please upload a profile picture. Options for this will become available in the future. I'm not sure if we've discussed that. The idea is that we're gonna have like a couple options for your character looks like, but it won't come up very often. I'm not sure if that'll be in the finished game or not. Click here to bio. I get a notification on my phone and click it out of instinct. Before I know it, I'm watching a 20-minute video about the invention of the sandwich press. By the time I look back up at the window, we're already at the bus station. We're gonna use... The idea is we're gonna use some actual photos we've taken with like an artsy filter, so we don't have... Because no one wants to be a background artist, and it takes a lot of work, and this is far easier. So we've just... Clover grabbed some images off Google for now. As I got off the bus, I saw the familiar sight of Portia waiting for me. I called out to her as I approached. I said I would. I know, but you've already got a lot on your plate, and this seems easier. I like these. Thank you. Hey Portia, over here. So yeah, just take a moment to soak in this sprite. Okay, thank you. I wave my arms, drawing more than a few odd looks as Portia seemingly tries to blend in with the wall behind her. Portia saying, "You're shouting again." Oh, right. Sorry. Oh the goddamn beautiful. I know, right? It's gorgeous. Anyway, what took you so long? Started debating signing up for that dating app again, and before I could decide, the bus has already arrived. Portia sighs and looks up at me unimpressed. Why are you still on that dating app? You know those things don't work. Well, yeah, but what if it does? Most dateable sprite I've ever seen, for real. Don't you already have plenty of options between college and your job? You have plenty of friends, just ask someone on a date. Yeah, but I almost have too many options, who do I pick? And how would signing up to a dating app help you with your too many options problem? I guess I never really thought that far ahead. Portia face fams. As we arrive at the school entrance, we notice the familiar form of Deacon leaning against the wall, trying to look aloof and cool. I gasp as I see him and wave my arms excitedly at him. Hi, Deacon! He flinches as his name is called before regaining his composure and strolling over. I forgot how much bigger Deacon's sprite is. We need to work out... First of all, we need to work out sprite sizes. And second of all, I feel like we should make the characters different colors. At least their names different colors. We should make their characters different colors. Yeah, but we're fine, we're fine. Hey man, hey Amy, what brings you here? Can I go to school here? Duh. What brings you here? Deacon stares at me for a moment, the gears turning in his head as his own questions deflected back at him. Big T of salty. I also go to school here. Oh my god, same! We have so much in common. Deacon nods sheepishly. Portia smirks as Deacon squirms for something else to say. So... almost the weekend. Got any plans? Not much, I don't think. Why? You could ask me on a date or something? What? No, it's not that I'd be opposed to it. I'm just trying to make conversation, you know? Oh, well, are you doing anything this weekend? Oh, you know, hitting the streets, getting chicks, the usual. Portia exhales, her smile giving away that she's laughing. Well, I am. Sure, are you gonna see your girlfriend from another school? Deacon did his best to scoff. I will have you know I'm currently a young, eligible bachelor on the search for a suitable partner. And how's your search been going, oh eligible bachelor? Well, it's a work in progress. We arrive at the classroom and I wave to Deacon, as he walks off to his. We take a step into the classroom and take our usual seats. We got here later than usual, so most of the other students are already here chatting amongst themselves. We took our seats as we heard the familiar scoffing of Wiz in front of us. Big W, let's go. What's up, Wiz? Let's holds up a returned test. We've been given the test back at least 3 days ago, gesturing to the 29 out of 30 scrolled across it. The teacher marked off a point on my test because the graph in question 6 was printed incorrectly. I could feel Portia's eyes rolling into the back of her head. That's awful. Have you made a complaint? Of course I have. As an exemplary student, I will not have my score average be dragged down by such a total lack of care on part of the school. I mean, look on the bright side. 29 is still really good. Wiz looks at me as if I'd suddenly grown a second, uglier head. As if a straight-A student like myself can settle for anything but the absolute best. Allowing yourself to settle for less than your best is a slippery slope into laziness. I see, she's 0 out of 10. For real, for real. I took a moment to consider her words. Yes, very deep. May I ask what you got on the test? I checked the marked test sitting on my desk. I got 20 out of 30. I suppose that's not awful. No remember my brilliant heights, of course. I always try my best to study, but everything's more interesting than studying. Perhaps you just like the drive of a true academic. I take a moment to consider her words again before offering a shrug. Otherwise we aren't all made to be academics. Perhaps not. As I think of what to say next, the teacher returns, beginning the class. They drone on for a while, but seems to be listening intently, soaking in each word. Portia, on the other hand, seems to be more interested in the posters on the wall. I'm sure if we were quizzed on anti-bullying, she'll get top marks. I tried to pay attention myself, but the words seemed to blend together after a while. Just as my attention span has reached its end, the lecturer told us to get into groups. Me and Portia immediately turned to each other. Our group formed without a word exchanged. Wiz looks around the classroom for a moment, before quietly turning her chair to face us. You want to join? I suppose I could. Do people isn't much of a group anyway. Portia looks up at me, her gaze questioning. I shrug. The more the merrier. Welcome to the team. Portia taps the desk and puts a finger to her lips. I look around and see many sets of eyes on us, before lowering my voice to a whisper. Sorry. We're going to get on with this task then. Right, let's get down to business. The three of us get to work. Me and Portia are on the biggest help, but with Wiz we get it done in time for our turn to present. The rest of the class passes quickly. Wiz quickly packs her bag, slotting everything neatly into her bag with practiced precision, everything fitting neatly into its space. Portia's asleep at her desk. As I watch Wiz turn to leave, a thought crosses my mind. Hey Wiz, you want to eat lunch with me and Deacon and Portia? She flinches as I shout her name. I can't. I've got to beat Opal and Atlas for lunch. You're welcome to join us though. I look back at Portia, who's blinking the sleep from her eyes. She did promise to go help with Deacon, with... That's a typo. I'm not sure if that's on my end or Clover's. She did promise to help with Deacon with his homework at lunch, so I wouldn't be that big of a deal if I left him to it. I'll leave this up to the Penguin. Who should we? Should we go with Wiz and her friends, or should we go with Portia? Is that you wanting to go with Wiz, or just pointing out the big W? Go with Wiz. W take. Okay. Sure, I'd love to. Sure, I'd love to. I turn to Portia. What's up? I'm gonna hang with Wiz and her friends. Oh. Alright. That's fun. I smell and wave as me and Wes walk out of the hallway. The hall is already bustling with people coming from their classes. Waddling down the hall, we come to the elevator, taking them to the 7th floor. Stepping out, the noise from the other students was nothing but a low murmur. Walking through the halls, we reach the small outside seating area where Alice and Opal are already waiting. I definitely want to change this background, but I'll probably wait until I've actually taken some pictures myself. Sorry we're late. We have a guest. Oh, Amy, it's been a while. It has. Haven't had many shifts of the. Why did Clover name it the Boz? I just put in cafe name here because we haven't come up with a name yet. I haven't seen you at the cafe recently. We'll get on that. Listus is fine and all, but he's not the best at holding a convo while he works. She gestures the seat opposite her, and I sit down, offering a small wave to Atlas, which they return. Just cause, I think. Yeah, based. I do love just little baby Atlas in the corner. So, how was class? It was fine. I get what we need to do. I get what we need to do it, but the theory stuff is super boring. Libos. Physical training can only get you so far, you know. Yeah, but classroom stuff is just so boring, especially when we have to do tests and stuff. I'm not much good at tests either. Great minds think alike, I see. She taps one of her temples, and I do the same in unison. But Phil's seldom differ. She's just mad I beat her here. Your legs are twice the size of mine. Plus, Amy was talking to me before I left. No buts. I had to pick up Atlas from their class, so there's no excuse. Wiz grumbles. Well, there's 4 of us. I should at least come to carry some of it. Since you asked so nicely, what do you 2 want? Atlas glances awkwardly in my direction. Huh? What do you want from the cafeteria? Wes is paying. What do we want to eat? Quick, someone give me some. And I will not accept the word come. Mushroom? Come on. Something that isn't mushroom. Why are you bullying me today, I suppose? Balls. I'm going with meatballs. Fuck yeah. Opal nods and types it on her phone before Atlas. Oh, pizza. Got all that, Wes? Shut up. I was bullying you. Yeah, I know. The 2 walked away. The 2 walked back into the school building, leaving me and Atlas sitting alone. What was up with that? They have a bet. Whoever's last year on a Friday has to pay for lunch. I felt a tinge of guilt for making Wes late now. Atlas goes back to looking at their phone. So, what you looking at? Nothing. I shrug. Alright then. We sat in silence for a while. Atlas seems perfectly content with the calm serenity between us. With Opal and Wes as friends, I doubt they get many moments of silence, so I let it sit. Soon Wes and Opal return and sit down at the table, setting out the food. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Opal laughed. No, thank you. Would you shut up about it already? Whatever you say, princess. Wes flipped Opal off as we started tucking into our food. For cafeteria food, it wasn't bad. Sort of bland, but with enough flavor to keep me eating it. Kenny ate all. By the time we all finished our food, lunch was just about over. Opal made sure we all threw away our rubbish and we went back to our classes. I took my usual seat. The class soon started, and not much of note happened. Soon it was time for my after-school shift at the college's fantasy-themed cafe, was. The end, for now. Just thought I'll pop in and say hi. What's up, Sydney? That's up to where I wrote. You guys have been watching me write the cafe scene after that. Do you guys want to go back and do the portrait scene? Since we're here. Pog. Thankfully... What's food time? Yeah, these are all the options. Was lunch decline? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's an oversight. I'm pretty sure I told Clover about it already. Here's my menu. What's the options for where you eat is broken? Yeah, I noticed. I was told about it. What does that have to do with from the start? Emmy, she, her, hers, bitch getting. Then here's the option. I'll pass. I gotta make sure Portion doesn't kill Deacon. Wes shrugs. Suit yourself. See you around. I wave Wes goodbye and then turn back to Portia. What? It's lunchtime. About time. We head off towards the food court, our stomachs grumbling. As we trot out of the school and into the open air outside the college, we see Deacon waiting for us. As he spots her, he walks over. Hey, what's up, Amy, Portia? He just has some finger guns to illustrate his greeting. Hey, Deacon. What's up? Deacon nods to both of us before he joins us on our walk. Where to then? Before I have a chance to answer, Portia's arms start moving. Food starving. It would seem the master has spoken. Deacon snickers as Portia elbows me in the leg. It's a nice enough day, so the walk there doesn't take all that long. As we reach the food court, Deacon claims us a table, pulling out a chair for himself and sitting down with his feet up. I peruse the selection of food venues, so many options. These would be options, but Clover kind of fucked up with the coding a bit, so no matter where you choose, it's GRX. But I think my selection was pretty funny. Mr. Ronald Burger Boy and GRX. Just head. I'll show you. Yeah, head towards GRX with Portia in tow, joining the queue. So, how come DK asked you of all people to ask his homework? Portia shrugs. No idea. He probably just doesn't want to deal with Wiz trying to explain it to him. Why not? Because if a stick was any further up her ass, she'd be considered a lollipop. Because she's sweet? Portia face palms. Because she's annoying. I don't think she's that bad. That's just because you have some supernatural ability not to hate everyone you meet. People are nice if you make an effort to talk to them. She looks up at me for a moment, gesturing to her mouth. The silence deafening. You know what I mean? Do I? Yes! Her body jutted forward slightly into a silent laugh. I can't believe you would be so inconsiderate. I roll my eyes, already seeing her cracking a smirk for her words. You done? Almost. She threw in one last dramatic swoon before going back to standing beside me. Okay, now I'm done. Good. It finally comes our turn in queue. I order for both of us, and we walk back to our table. To Deacon, who was busy looking into the distance and pretending he didn't see us. We got food. You gonna get something? Nah, I'm not hungry. Again, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Where's something to eat? Really, I'm fine. She sighed and slides her chips out across to him. I'm not taking your food, really. Shut up and eat them. He sheepishly reaches down and ate a couple. Thanks. Yeah, now we're gonna get this over with or what? Right. He reaches for his bag, taking out his homework. I watch as they work through the problems. Portia stopping to explain when he didn't get it, and citing slowly so they could follow. I'm not that great at the work or explaining it, so I stay out of it, letting the two of them work. Soon it was time to head back. We said goodbye to Deacon at the door and walked back into class. I took my usual seat. Class has started, nothing much happened. And boom, that's the end of the demo. That's all we've got for day 0 so far. Honestly, I think I just think it's really cool that we've got. I think it's really cool that we've got like an actual demo at all. Because for like a year, like a year now, this entire script has just been. This entire script has just been. Pardon me a second. Yeah, the whole thing has just been like a one-word document I've been chipping away at for forever. So to see it in an actual playable form is really cool. I'm not sure if I'm entirely happy with it. I'll make some revisions, but if I'm being entirely honest, I've been staring at day 0 for far too long. So I think I'll leave this as our first draft for now. I'm definitely gonna go back to it. We have I'm not sure if our plans are set in stone yet, but our idea is that when we're further along in development, we'll put out a demo. Can always be improved. Exactly. I'm not sure this is set in stone yet, but our idea is that when we're further along in development, we have all our sprites. We have some beeps and boops from the menus and stuff like that. We'll put out a demo, which will be day 0 and the weekend scene to sort of set up the game. And maybe day 1 to sort of give people a taste of what it'll be like. But I would very much like to redraft this another time or two. But not today, because I'm very tired of looking at this and I'd like to start day 1. So I'll end the writing stream here. At some point I'll define each person's route. I'll write up the weekend scene, and the next stream I'll write up the weekend scene, and I'll start on day 1, which will be day 1 will be okay. The structure of the game is we've got 5 love interests. We've got wizards. We've got all the 3 people in Wiz's group and Portia and Deacon in another group. Day 1, at the end of day 1, you'll end up being slotted into which group you want to hang out with. And day 2, you'll pick a specific person depending on your choices from said group, and you'll go down the route day 3 onwards, or like halfway through day 2 onwards. So there's going to be 1 day 1, 2 day 2s, and day 3 onwards will be each person's specific route. So I'll get working on that in the next stream. I am tired, I've been looking at this for far too long, and I'd like to start day 1. I'll come back and redraft this at some point. But I'll end the stream here. Thanks for showing up and keeping me company, guys. I'll see you whenever I stream again, probably next week on Sunday. Bye!